Hello, everyone. I'm here at the YFC office right now. This behind me is an interesting choice of color. Anyways, I just want to give everyone a quick update to where I am in regarding to the tracks ministry and the progress that has been made thus far, and a few other things that have been going on. So yeah. I recently sent out my second prayer letter, so I'm sure that those of you who signed up have received it. And going into that, I'm going to start calling many of you, um, asking for support or those kind of things, but like answering questions or whatever. But it's something I've always pokes me here. Neglected for a bit, and I've kind of been afraid to do call people and ask for support. It's not my strongest my strongest set of skills. So yeah, but anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing. In terms of what I've been doing in the meantime, I've thus far contacted various businesses, heard back from a few positive responses. I've went to a youth shelter and interviewed them and went for a tour, asked about what they offer. I've ran a survey at Streetlight regarding to where this cart should go and what kind of products and things it should have. What else have I done? Um, I'm supposed to interview a police officer next week. I keep missing it because of my work schedule and stuff, which is unfortunate. Um, what was I going to say? But yeah, there's a few things. I've organized a drive at my church, and so or my like at in Bright Creek. So uh, there's going to be a lot of things donated and products. I've already gotten people supporting me with like various things that are needed for the cart, and as well as financial monthly support, which is what I am looking for right now. Um, in order to for me to start, um, I need to raise more monthly support. I have um, a good established amount of finances, but in order for me to not just be taking from a giant pot of money, I need to um, partner with people who want to be excited about this. And so, yeah, I'll be contacting very many of you guys. My favorite thing to do. But anyways, so that's where I am right now. I'm hoping to get going as soon as possible. It just snowed today or before that, but it just recently snowed, and so yeah, I'm hoping to get out before winter time and all that jazz. But yeah, um, so I guess I go on to other things. I met a guy. He's a fantastic man. His name is Thomas. He's a homeless guy who he sleeps outside beside the train tracks right across from your streetlight parks. And I've been recently building a relationship with this man, and I bring him over some food randomly or soup or whatever. Usually hot meals because that's what he appreciates. And you know we've been talking, and he's a very intelligent and wise individual, and he knows God, which is great. He 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 knows who his father is, and he's very humble. Um, one of the things he said was, he said, crap, like my sleeping bag got stolen. My sleeping arrangements got stolen, but you know what? I think someone needed it more than I did. Someone needed it more than I did, and I was just like, wow, that just blows me away. This guy, and he calls himself fortunate where he's at, and it's just craziness. In regards to this man and what he said. I've been in debt for a bit since I've lived at my old place and couldn't pay for rent or whatever, because I wasn't working. I couldn't get a job, so I owed 2 months rent, back pay, and a few other things. And so I was in, I was in debt for like 1,200. Sorry, I'm tying my shoe. That's why I'm so closely. I don't know. I'm very ADD sometimes. Anyways, um, but I owed $1,200 to various people, and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I want to be able to focus on the things that I need to be focused on, and not this crappy situation that I was in. But you know, that night when Thomas said um, someone needed it more than I did, that just blew me away. And sure enough, after he said that, we're like, there's been a sleeping bag that's been sitting at streetlight the entire night, and then nobody has taken it. It's, we don't know whose it is, but we'll go give it to you. You know, I was just like, wow, you know, the Lord met this guy's needs. He knew exactly what he needed that night, and he brought it. He brought him food and some sleeping arrangements. And he said to me, like, how can I get angry if the Lord decides to take something away to give it to someone else, or and I was just like, wow, that's crazy. This guy's humility and humbleness just overwhelms me. I could really see Christ in him in that way. But anyways, so we give him the sleeping bag, and I'm just struck for a moment. I'm like, God just provided the sleeping bag for this man. The very least of these. um, but he still provided it. So that night, I just prayed. God, I know you can get me out of this debt, and I've just been frustrated. And if you can if you can provide a sleeping bag for a homeless man, you can most certainly provide for me. Just like you provided for Abraham on the mountain when he needed a sacrifice. The ram got stuck in the thicket, and that place was named Yahweh-Yireh or Yireh. I'm not sure how to exactly say it, but it means the Lord will provide. And that has been like really prominent in my life, especially recently. I've been very humbled because of where I'm at. Every night before I go to bed, I pray because I have heat coming out of my vent, and I have a warm bed, and I have food in my fridge that's been donated to me. Like, people, like, there's no lack of anything for me right now. Like, all my needs are taken care of, regardless if I have money, and it's just crazy. But anyways, so I presented this to my church, like all this money I owed and how I needed help, and there that day the church met my need right there, just like that. Meeting with people, they've said, like, this is whatever I own belongs to the Lord, and it was just overwhelming how the church and how the people of God just provided for me and in my situation. And that's always why this Christianity thing is so much bigger you know than anything I've experienced. And still is. My Father continues to provide for me regardless of whatever situation I'm in, all the time, never without fail. And I believe that's going to be the same with this ministry. My calling includes that He's going to provide the resources, including the seeds that have already been planted, the people that already have heard about God, or whatever. They're going to come to this ministry, and God's going to allow me to use that. It's just amazing. But